Good morning children. Today I am going to explain you data types. Okay. Now what is data type children? Data type is basically used to declare the field of a table. Fine. Our data types determine the type of data a specific field can accept. Okay. Now what is field? Field is basically a name unit of information. Like in previous example, you have remembered that table in which the roll number, name, address, these are the headings of a table, or the column headings are called field, and is store of one type of information about all the object or the item. Each field has a data type that determine the type of value that can be stored under it, like roll number. You cannot store any text as a roll number, fine, because if you have declared it as a number, you have to use only number on that particular field. If you have written a name, that means definitely you are going to store a text. Everyone's name started with a text, contain a text, fine. The type of data contained within a field is described the title at the top of each field, that is known as field name, fine. Now once a data type is defined, we cannot enter a different type of data in it, fine. Suppose you have declared a field as a text type of data type, so that you cannot enter, and there is some rule to enter when you are declared it as a text type of data type. There is a rule which type of data you can store in text type of data type, fine. I'll explain you which type of data type you can store in text type of data type, fine. So you cannot store pictures or date or some other type of value, fine. So once you have declared the different data type, you cannot enter. If we try to do, an error message will be displayed, fine. Now let's see how many type of data type is provided by the MS Access. First we will see text type of data type. Now text type of data type is basically used or to store the alphanumeric data. What do you understand by the alphanumeric? That means you can store alphabets, you can store numbers. That means you can store any information which contain a text type of data, fine, or which can contain a numeric type. That means mobile number, mobile number usually contain only numbers, but you can declare the data type of this field mobile number as a text, fine. The maximum storage capacity of this field, text field, is 255 character, fine. Now when the next is memo. Memo is same like a text type of data type. Only difference is that the storage capacity is more than the text field. In memo field also you can store text type of data as well as number and symbols, everything. Only difference between the text type of data and memo type of data is storage capacity. In text type of data you can store only up to 255 characters, whereas in memo type of data you can store up to 64,000 character or up to 1 gigabyte. According to your book, you can store up to 65,536 character, fine. So if you want to store any descriptive things like a description or comments or notes, so you can use memo type of data type, okay, for that particular field. Now next we will see number. If you want to use store any numeric data, a data which contain the integer value as well as decimal value, for that we use number. You can have a question, ma'am, when we can use text type of data type to store number, why we are taking number as a separate field, fine. The question answer is that when you declare any field as a text, you can store the number, but that number will not use for the calculation. Is it clear? If you want to use particular number for a further calculation, for the further mathematical calculation, you have to declare that field as a number. Is it clear? Remember, in when you are doing a Q basic in class 7, when you declare when you write input enter value for A and you declare semicolon A, that means you are going to store any numeric value. And when you write input enter any value $8, that means you can store number as well as text. But if you are entering a number in $8, that number will not going to use for the mathematical calculation. You cannot apply a mathematical function, that means addition, subtraction, multiplication, division will not possible of that number if you declared that number as a text type of data. Is it clear? So in future, if you want to use that data, numeric data, for the calculation, you have to declare it as a number. Is it clear now? Now the maximum storage capacity of number type of data type is 16 byte. Okay, now next we will see date and time and currency. Now what is this date and time? If you want to store any information which is in a date format, how it could be possible? The information in a date format? Yes, it may be date of birth, it may be date of joining or date of leaving, or some information which is in a date format. There are so many information. When we talk about the history, the whole history is depend on the date. We remember the dates, है ना, 1857 की लड़ाई and all that, remember? So if you want to store a date type of value, we use the data type of that field as a date and time. By default it take 8 byte. Fine. Suppose I'm creating a student database and I want to store the fee date, deposition of fee date. So in fee date, which type of data type I will take? The field heading is fee date and data type will be date and time. If I am using a library software, so in issue date, library में if I am issuing a book, so I have to enter the date, in which date I am issuing a book, so issue date. Fine. So here also I have to set that field, data type of that field will be date and time. Now next is currency. Monetary data type is stored with a 4 decimal places of precision and by default the size is 8 byte. Fine. Now next is auto number. Now see, what is the use of this auto number? This auto number field generates a sequential number. Fine. It generates a sequential number. When I am talking about sequential means 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a sequence. Whenever you are going to enter a new record in a table, it automatically generates a new number and the user cannot change that particular number. Okay, it stores the data as a 4 byte value. Typically use this auto number field as a primary key. I'll explain you what is primary key and what is the use of primary key. First here, just for that data type auto number, it is basically used or it generates a sequential number whenever a new record is added to a table. Okay, now let's see what is this yes and no data type. It is used at a place where a field can have only one possible value. One possible value, yes. It can either be true or false. Fine. It can either be yes or no, on or off. If such type of value you want to enter in particular field, you have to select this yes and no data type for that field. I am giving you one example. Are you graduate or not? The answer would be yes or no. Either you are graduate or not. Fine. Now, for example, you can either be male or female. Fine. So, it by default it take 1 byte. Okay, the size of this field is 1 byte. Now, let's see the another data type, OLE object and hyperlink. What is this OLE object? Do you know the full form of OLE? OLE stand for object linking and embedding. Fine. Now, it is used to embed an object created in another application. Fine. We are embedding it. We are just copying that particular object in your database. Fine. Now, it may be a Microsoft Word document, it may be a spreadsheet or PowerPoint presentation, anything you can embed in that particular field. I'm giving you one example. Suppose you are creating a student database, and in that database you want to insert a picture of a passport size picture of that particular student. So to store a picture in that record, okay, which data type you will give that field? Picture OLE object. Fine, that field data type of that field would be OLE object, so that you can store pictures or the graphs or anything, any object could be stored. Now, next is hyperlink. This hyperlink data type is basically used to store a link to a web page, fine, or website, or the file, or internet, or LAN on your computer. It is stored 1 GB data type, whereas OLE object, the capacity of the OLE object data type is 2 GB. Fine. Now, next we will see lookup wizard. Now, see what is the use of this lookup wizard? It helps you to create a field whose value are chosen from the value of another table. Fine. Now, it may be a table, it may be a query or list of value. By default, the access set the lookup field to a number data type. Default, if you see in lookup wizard you have selected, by default it shows the number, but in lookup wizard you can set the value. I'm giving you one live example. Suppose whenever you so many times when you enter any form, online form, some field provide you a list box, children. Fine. From that list box you have to choose one item. Okay, for example, country, you have to enter a country, so for that country it provides the list of 4 or 5 or 10 countries. You have to choose from that list. So this list box you can create by using this lookup wizard. For example, if you are creating a student database and one field contain the house of the student, fine, the field heading is house. For that, you know that we have in our school we have 4 houses, fine. So you can set as a lookup wizard that red, blue, green and yellow. So the user have to select either red or blue or yellow or green. At a time, only one item from the list could be selected. So this you can do with the help of lookup wizard data type. I'll show you how to do that. Okay, just understood what is the use of lookup wizard. There is one data type called lookup wizard in which we can use to provide a list to the user. Okay, now next we will see attachment. Now, what is attachment? This data type allow you to attach image, spreadsheet file, document file, chart or any other type of support file to record in your database. It is almost similar in a manner you attach a file to a email, fine, and the storage capacity is 2 GB, fine. Now the next we will see calculated. Now this calculated data type is used when a user create a table field that calculates the value, fine, and basically we use it in the case of queries, form and table, fine. Now next is rich text. This rich text you will get in 2010 version of MS Access, not the earlier version. Okay, this field actually is a combination of text or number that can be formatted using a color and font control, nothing else. Okay, so these are the data types. In next lecture I'll explain you how to create a database and how to create a table, how to create a field and how to set the data type of that particular field. That's all for the day. Have a nice day, children.